You see own goals sometimes. You do. And this is one of those times when you just have to go, why?
Into the black hole. Sing for my soul.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sunshine on Leyth. If you're still enjoying it, drop a like. That'd be fantastic. So today, I thought we'd revisit the youth intake from last season. I'm sorry I didn't get to show it so much. The episode was already going to be 20 minutes plus nearly, and there was quite a lot of players I wanted to look at. So yeah, I should have focused more on it, but it was difficult to do because just everything in one video. So here's one of the guys. Now, you might notice that their star ratings, their potentials are less than they were, and of course that's because we've signed better players since then. So they've gone down a bit. One of them was Panagiotis Stylianou, who was a Cypriot left-back, sort of, slash centre-back, sort of. He's better as a centre-back than he is as a left-back, but unfortunately, he has pace that could be measured with a calendar. But there's only so much you can really do with that. Good balance and strength. I mean, he's a strong boy. He could lift a truck, but he wouldn't be able to outrun a shopping trolley. There was also Harrison Adcock, probably one of my favourite, ironically, purely because he's got the pace and acceleration. Apologies if that blue's a little bit dark. I need to change that. I updated the skin and it's changed all my colours again. But he's got okay crossing, dribbling and first touch. Passing's not great. Technique's not great. Flair, decent there. Teamwork, I'd have to retrain him to play slightly deeper, but he's okay. There was also Gordon Monroe, who's essentially the same kind of thing on the left-hand side, who I think he could actually be better than Adcock, to be honest. He's got something about him despite this. There was also Les Hobbs, who is a sort of similar story, and again, not awful, though the technicals leave something to be desired, but he's 6'2" and he's fast-ish. I believe there was also this guy. This was Moses Chukwudi, who, again, has got reasonably decent physical stats for a 17-year-old, just lacking a little bit in some... He's very, very aggressive. My goodness, Moses is about to part the Red Sea in fear. So there you go. That's a sort of smattering of the players. I don't actually have the list to hand anymore because I accidentally lost the screenshot. So that's basically some of the players that we got. Twisting the ankle of your opponent's star forward as they gun for the playoffs in a derby game away in the first 5 minutes. What a perfect heel move by the Stepanek bunch. Heel move. They were already Mr. Scholl, basically. You think the league urine is weird? Similar with Malden and Tiptree. We're from bloody Essex. How are we in the north? And this is my point. I just had no expectations that we were not going to be put into the correct league, and yet somehow Malden and Tiptree are in this. That's not that far from me. Like last time, Matt says he wants to survive and consolidate, and then he gets promoted the equivalent of pocket money. Yeah, I know, but there's really a limited number of things I can do. I'm not going to deliberately lose matches. And I obviously know you're not saying that, of course, but I realise that sometimes there's a sentiment that I don't know, we're in the lower leagues, we're obviously going to try and get promoted. That's always going to be the plan, particularly as we've got to race Blackhaven, who are going to be at such an insane advantage. We're going to have to try and do everything we can just to try to stay with them, particularly in the early seasons of this save. And like I've always said, lower leagues, if you can sort out a tactic and get a couple of players, particularly with good physical attributes, you can, generally speaking, get a couple of back-to-backs. And that's why I wasn't being so underplaying about our actual chances of doing well this season. And I think I was valued in that. Although nobody was able to prove it, rumours that Blackhaven were using corporate money to get into the easier league have never been quashed. I mean, it seems pretty blatant that that's what they've done, quite frankly. They just wanted to avoid us. And of course, I forgot to mention, we need some rumours for all those new boys that have just joined us, and believe me, there's lots. Right. We've got two massive games today because things have just confided perfectly, and I realise that me saying things is a massive game is somewhat of a lost art at this point, but believe me, this time I mean it. Because we've got Hendon away, and the second game of today's episode is going to be Hereford at home because we've had some other games postponed in between, which makes them doable. So this is going to be dope. So with the way things are, Niall Ellis unfortunately has picked himself up a little injury. Oh, sorry, got a suspension. That surely cannot be right. Putnam Kitely, he cannot be playing there. Yeah, I'd rather have Tabram or Alex O'Keefe, to be honest. Actually, I might try Alex O'Keefe there, just because that way we'd get his set-piece specialities today. Holmes and Wynn back there, Mottram and Mills, Shea, Owen, Taylor, because slight, not suspension, just lack of fitness for Lal, Webster on the left, and of course, Wardley in goal. I'm actually going to put Nketiah on the bench as well, because Lal at 71% fitness, it's just not going to happen, is it? Is that Solomon Sambu? It is Solomon Sambu. Oh, mate. Former Fulham Academy prospect Solomon Sambu playing for Hendon now, and they've got Dylan Bollard. So I'm actually not sure where I got the idea that Alex O'Keefe was that good at set pieces. I think it was just because we scored so many last season. He's only got 9 on corners, which is still better than anyone else in our current squad, but it's not that great. And his free kicks are 5, so don't know where that came from. Very nice. So updated version of the TCS skin. The link in the description should still take you to the same page, but this is very interesting. Like this a lot. It just really looks nice at the top as well. Everything about it just looks really cool. So, massive one. Now, the one thing I'll say about us this season is the chance creation has been off the charts, truly. An early booking for Shea. Well, the weird thing is, we create a lot of chances and look almost like winning every single match, but then we have still lost quite a lot because I think we just get lazy and complacent a lot. Oh my God, they've just played it all the way through nearly. Chamberlain Gate on again through for Mills. Once again, an insanely good block. If Hendon win this match, there starts to become a bit of a gap at the very, very top of the league. Admittedly, we could draw them back slightly, but they do look like a very good side. And oh my God. Hey, that's fine. We know how it goes when you're down to 10 men, as Raphael Che has managed to get himself a me inside 20 minutes. Perfect. Yeah, that's not great. We're going to have to put Mark Jackman on at right back and then move off, I think, Holmes. But down to 10 men isn't always the end of the world, as we found out in this save quite regularly. It's almost like a pro move, Kitely. If anything, 10 men has almost seemed beneficial at times. However, they're a much better side than that, although we've yanked the possession back a lot since then. We also haven't had a shot yet in this match. Neither have they had one on target, but it's been a pretty poor quality game for all concerned, to be honest. At this point, I would happily settle for a draw. If we got a draw away at Hendon here, this would be massive. Alex O'Keefe sips it on the side, and Liam Mottram's got the pace to get onto it. Our first shot of the game is coming up. Okay, that'll do. It's actually been a pretty subpar performance from us. Oh God, that's terrible. That is so similar to the goal we conceded against... Who was it? Was it Farnborough? No, I don't know. There was a goal earlier this season where we conceded that was just like that, with a ball dinked through with a free kick, and then everybody just getting completely all over the place. And there is former Fulham Academy prospect Solomon Sambu to put Hendon in front. Okay, that's bad news. Going to turn off Whitport into the box. Let us off the leash a little bit, because at 1-0 down now, we've really got nothing to lose. I do want to see what happens towards the end of the season, though, as the fixture congestion starts to subside somewhat. And we tend to be better then. So the fact that we're already up here now does give me hope, but I don't want to be too far off the pace towards the top. It does concern me somewhat that we've got to 65 minutes and we've only had one shot in the entire match and it wasn't even on target. This is us getting thoroughly outplayed today. Look at the space through for Afer. And a good save again by Wardley. I say again, he's only made 2. I mean, it's inarguable. They've become better when they got an extra man. And that's surely offside against Bollard. Good save again. Ellis Williamson is coming on. Oh, they've got Marcus Day. I nearly signed Marcus Day in the summer. He was another option I was looking at, but we went with Mottram instead, and I'm still glad we did. Wow, we're on shoot on sight now, and even now we still haven't had any shots in this second half. This is probably one of our worst performances of the save so far, really. When we needed a... Oh, dearie me. Oh, okay. Oh, it's all the way through. Ben Mills! Oh, what a chance. That actually could have been an insanely lucky late equaliser there if Millsy could have just done a bit better. Sambo with the corner. Oh, God. Dylan Bollard, unmarked. I'm guessing that was maybe where Shea would have been. Oh, go on. Reece Fife. Free kick. Saved by the goalkeeper. That actually could have bailed us out right at the very end. Our first shot on target in the game comes in the 95th minute. Suboptimal performance today from the lads. We look like we're going to go down 1-0 to Hendon, who really do look like the team to beat in this division now. And I think they're going to take some catching, even if we do manage to win those 2 games in hand, which I don't know who they're against. We're still playing. There we go. Hendon 1, Whitport Athletic 0. I mean, no complaints there. Absolutely terrible performance. The red card really did seem to hamper us. Still only losing 1-0, I suppose, but now we are 8 points off the top of the league, albeit with the 2 games in hand. It's going to be tough. They barely concede, these guys, either. Right, back for Hereford soon. Some games off camera. This is going to be interesting. Right, guys, we are back. And unfortunately... in our first off-camera game, it was more of the same kind of badness. Merthyr are up there, and unfortunately, yeah, we did not do well. Richards with the ball in, a lovely header here from Leek, just over the goalkeeper, 1-0 to Merthyr, and unfortunately, things just kind of got worse from there, as they got a lovely free kick here with Richards. Yet another free kick. I know we give away a lot of free kicks, but it do seem that we give away more actual goals from them than is physically possible, but there we go. We didn't do well on the night again. Poor performance, 2-0 defeat to Merthyr, making it our 3rd straight defeat in all competitions. Thankfully, though, in the Southern League Cup, we scored this screamer late on. Jack Holmes, bang! 1-0 in the 81st minute to give us the win, and it was a poor performance all round. And then, in the 90th minute, we actually managed to add another goal to the list, as Holmes was whipped on the ball in. There was Connor Emery, brand new signing. I'll show you guys him in a minute. And then we still had time for one more, as Ben Mills picks the ball up, just runs through, and eventually just goes, you know what, I'm going to have a pop at this. Bang! Goalkeeper nowhere near it. 3-0 over Hayes and Yedding. Definitely didn't deserve to win as much as we did, but we did get through. And this is Connor Emery, just another player to play on that left-hand side, give us a bit more backup there, because we really are. The one position I still want to find someone is right back, because when we don't have Raphael Shea, we don't have anyone there. And I've got a guy on trial, and hopefully he could be that guy. It was then time to return to league action, though, as we scored. We had a good performance by Molden Tiptree. Lovely ball through. Bit of a mess at the back line here, as Ben Mills was able to pick the ball up and slot it home for 1-0 in 18 minutes. Wasn't long after that the ball was played down into the channel. Tabor, who was filling in for Niall Ellis, gets the ball in an excellent position, whips it across to the near post, and there, of course, is Liam Mottram with a little flick on header. 2-0, which was good. But then, you see own goals sometimes. You do. And this is one of those times when you just have to go, why? So we did manage to give them a way back into the match, as the ball is whipped into the box. But now watch Ruben Lau. Watch him. He's in the middle. His ball's coming to his feet. One touch. Just straight into the back of the net. I mean... Goalkeeper could have maybe helped him out there. Yeah. Run the segment. What the was that? Thankfully, though, in the 67th minute, we were able to grab another goal. And I think it was a deserved one. Holmes whipped the ball, and there was Putnam Kitely at the back post with a simple little header. 4th of the year for him. 3-1 victory in the league. We needed that. And then back in the league, we had a very, very scrappy win over Beaconsfield. Ball was whipped in by Shea. Lovely little flick down here from Mottram. And a first goal of the season for Taberham filling in there. But that was the only goal of the game, and nothing really happened beyond that. But we got the victory. And just very quickly, it leaves us 3rd in the league. We're a point behind St Neots. Hereford, who we play today, are level on points with us. And the most important thing is we've both played the same number of matches. And just very quickly, you can see Blackhaven, 2 points clear at the top of their division, but they do have the 3 games in hand themselves. So you feel like they will probably start to stretch their legs as the season goes on, as Terry Barrett keeps smashing goals in for him. But today for us, it's all about Hereford. This is huge. We've got identical records. Our goal difference is just slightly better, and I want to continue that run today. They're the favourites. We nearly lost a player to them mid-season. In fact, no, it was Jacob Owen in the off-season, so this will be a huge, big middle finger to them. Oh, who is available? See, they keep wanting to put Putnam Kitely there, and surely now Ellis is fit again. No, he's not, is he? Taberham scored in the last game. I'm going to give him his chance there. Putnam Kitely actually hasn't been amazing, as you can see, in the last 5 matches. He's not really got an assist. He got that 1 goal, but other than that, he's kind of fallen away a little bit. But yeah, if Raphael Che isn't available, we really do lack in that position. So that's the one place I really do want to sign someone still. And then I think we'll be complete. Going to get Emery onto the bench with Jacob Owen, Mark Jackman. Do we need 2 right wingers? Not that we've got anyone that can play on the left either, because obviously Taberham's in the team. Actually, no. I'll go with Alex O'Keefe instead, so we've got options on all sides. Hopefully bigger. We've been getting some solid attendances this year, I've got to say. And we are genuinely a bit of a weird one. Like, we look really good in some games. We're either really good or really bad. We never really have average games. We'll tend to just have games where we don't do anything, and then times where we'll create like 7, 8 chances and win like 4-0. It's weird. But today, we need one of the 4 chances games, or the 8 chances games. Because a draw starts to lose us a bit of ground, and Mottram's in at the back post. Liam Mottram gives us the lead against Hereford. Huge, huge goal. 13 minutes into the game, Putnam Kitely, who's actually lost his position as the top assister in the league. At one point he was 5 clear, and now he's 2 behind. Make that 1. Mottram with his 9th of the year. So Mottram's starting to catch up with Ben Mills on the goal scoring a bit now, and that's pleasing. Lovely finish. Also, we've been drawn against Stalybridge Celtic in the FA Trophy, so that's going to be tough. And Hudson's header. Keep up that intensity. Putnam Kitely again, Mills' ball. Taberham! Oh, that's exactly nearly how he scored the goal in the last game. I don't think there's any teams around us, actually. Oh, and there we go. Daniel Sparks, and another free kick is scored against us. We do give away a lot, actually. In fairness, today, we've actually not given away that many fouls. But, hey, Daniel Sparks, this time with the free kick, and Hereford our level. What a bender that is. And Wardley can't get near it. And it seems like most of the goals we concede are set pieces this year. It's looking like another quite subdued performance from both sides, really. These games towards the top of these leagues tend to be really, really tight, as we've shown in other games. And it's often the 1 goal that decides. But today has been 2. Chance Creswell's just not been there tonight. Cresswell's throw. What a save by Scott Wardley. Hereford look that little bit better than us at the moment. We're not quite as free-flowing as we were in the early parts of the season, regularly having a ton of chances, and Ruben Lowell really was a good chance there. Come on, a good ball through from Lowell wouldn't have gone amiss here. Loads of space for Jack Holmes. That's better. We're starting to push them back a bit now. Putnam Kitely, Mottram, yes! Liam Mottram's header, bottom corner, and hey, Putman Kitely is back in business with the assists today. This has been a very, very even game, and if we come out on top of a very even one here, lovely ball from Jack Holmes. Putman Kitely suddenly been given a lot of space in the second half, and boy can he pack out a ball. Mottram in between the 2 defenders, 10th goal of the season, 2nd of the night, beautiful. This would be a very, very good win if we came up with this, because it's very, very even ball. And Lal, he has missed a lot of those today. These are the kind of victories, if you get them, that, oh wow, straight through from Mason, and another top save from Wardley. I mean, these are the kind of victories, if you get them, that can mean everything to your season, because they probably deserve a point out of this, if not more. Win heads it clear. Pollock will pick it up. They are really throwing everything at us in the latter stages of this game. Can we hang on? Maybe we'll go to play for set pieces, Hudson's ball. Wardley's there? No! Oh, God, Scott Wardley has absolutely howled her. I mean, they deserve the equaliser, but... Oh, Jesus. That is the last thing we needed right there. Just don't give them it. It's whipped in by Theo Hudson. Wardley comes to collect a simple ball, and he's just flapped at it like mad, and Cresswell with a simple header. It's now 2-2 here at Castle Park. Oh, God, please don't let them have a winner in the 95th minute here. Particularly not from a set piece. Merrill's ball in. Brown's header, and it's over the crossbar. I think it's going to be a draw. So I guess that keeps them at bay, but annoyingly it loses more ground on the fact that we can't catch up with Hendon as easily. But at least we stay above Hereford. That's the main factor, because St Neots... Then again, we've only got 1 game in hand on St Neots now. This top of the table battle is getting very, very interesting, but we're at least cutting ourselves into the playoffs pretty comfortably right now, but it's going to get very, very difficult as the season goes on. But my God, goalkeeper. Would Shea O'Donovan have done that? I just don't know. He's still on a 6.9 somehow. Well, Mottram and Putman Kitely did a brilliant job there. Unfortunately, defensively, we just let ourselves down again. So, next episode, where do we do? I'm thinking of... Yeah, okay. I'm thinking of probably doing Salisbury City, obviously, and maybe coming back for the Metropolitan Police game, just because it's an interesting team, isn't it? So there we go. We got back on the winning ways a little bit in the league there after that poor run, but now that draw I mean, we've had some tough games today. The one at Malden and Tiptree was a big win, but that one, we should have got that over the line and we just couldn't quite do it. Might come back to bite us at the end of the season, hopefully not. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I really hope you have, drop a like on the video, that'd be tremendous. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, that's awesome as well. Go follow on Twitch, I stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and sometimes at the weekend as well. And I'll join you guys in the next episode for Salisbury, and whoop whoop is the sound of the police. Hopefully, because they'll be losing. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Hold your gun, capybara. Bye-bye.